I played the violin in high school, but I always wanted the cello. It was just too hard to travel with. So beautiful. Okay. We already talked about the native frequency. So you were talking about how you like to work with artists in particular. And so for any musicians out there, how would you like them to sort of start working with you? And what would you like to say as the difference between like true inspiration behind creation of music versus ego performance in music? What would you like to say to the artists out there?
Uh, don't go looking for is this if your creations, and I don't want to say don't, but if your creation's coming from a place of trying to of more like stats and like likes and just a kind of a very hollow um intention, it just does it, it's not very resonant or true. So it's I encourage artists to really pull from, their true emotions and reflect what they're experiencing on the inside out through beautiful music. And it could be an amazing release, and it could save somebody else's life, what you create, or change somebody's complete outlook of their reality in just one song. It's so possible. But for musicians, especially if you want to like work with me, even if you're not a musician and you don't claim to be a musician, or you have that I'm not a singer or musically inclined kind of mindset belief, I challenge you to call me and work with me, and we can exercise those doubting beliefs out of you, because anybody can sing and anybody can make music. And I'm all for aligned music creation. If you are channeling and are into creating music, or if you're connecting with higher beings, um, I invite you to call me in to assist you.
I love that. Thank you. And you had briefly mentioned like there are those of us who are aware that, the music industry isn't always, all kosher, all goodness, but you'd also said that that is changing. Like we're moving towards this era of authenticity and high vibrational creation of music. Is there a little message you'd like to give of reassurance of that?
And I'm sure you guys are starting to recognize some of the more higher frequency, instead of negative subliminal messaging, we're going to move into more um, enlightening and undertones of unity. A lot of the planets and places that star seeds come from, it comes naturally to them to sing or to thrive in music that is of I don't want to be like high vibe, but just higher frequency, uplifting music, because that's what you're all used to. So as New Earth continues to um,
Anchor
come
in,
through
yeah.
anchoring, yeah, they're gonna see a huge change in some of the music, and not all like it's not that this music's bad, that music. There's just some music that's been created to not be good, so good for humanity. And then there's more up and coming independent musicians that aren't under that corporate, that are coming up with pure, it's like source flow coming through them. Like when you find a song that speaks to your soul, that's source experiencing source through you in that music.
I love that. We're so here for that. Okay, awesome. And so you had said, people don't need talent or necessary obvious talent to work with you, just sincerity. And I love that. Um, and you've also said that you're a go, go, go type of guy. So I wanted to ask, what would be your favorite meditation type to sort of center in and connect? If it's not like sit down and be still, what would you say is your
Breath work,
favorite?
breath work will pull you into your body, and then also get your help open up your pineal gland, and it just helps move energy in your body too. And um, even just like a 10-15 minute breath work, like practice, and then you can go into listening to some nice tones afterwards for like another 10 minutes. It's a beautiful exercise. It's like, if you're not one to do anything like qigong or yoga, I recommend just doing some breath work and meditation once a day.
I love that. You're not into the static, you're into the kinetic meditations.
The meditations, yeah, it's very physical, but yeah.
They work, they get us out of our headspace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now moving on to your energy center, your solar plexus energy center. Because as someone commented as well, I don't know if you're aware of the artist known as Abel Hart. He's got like
Yes,
really bouncy hair and he's always featured
that
showing off his
energy.
abs and
I
some,
work with him.
you work with him. There you go. So he does. He has this like high vibrational love yourself and show off if you got it, flaunt it energy.
Yes.
Apollo signed. Okay. And okay, going to the solar plexus. So when someone says solar plexus, what would you like to say like really defines what solar plexus energy really is?
Personal power. It is truly the throne of your higher self. It's where your higher self sits. It's the the strongest center point chakra. It's got all of the energies in this space. This is where everything comes together. And so, um, yeah.
I love that. Thank you. The throne of your higher self. And so you got to make sure it's clean, a nice clean seat to sit on.
And when you start to kind of get out of your self doubt and insecurities and stuff, that's the one that you're working on. So I'm your guy. We can get in there and move stuff around. And if you don't believe in yourself, I'll believe in you for you until we get that stuff moving. So
I love that. So what would you say a healthy solar plexus looks like in a person? And then what would be an unhealthy solar plexus that you'd like to highlight when I'm getting the puzzle piece?
solar plexus would be, balanced confidence and um, just complete self awareness. Yeah.
I love that. And so is it possible to look like you have a balanced solar plexus, but actually be very insecure and weak inside?
Yeah, that's kind of like the masking end of, like, you have it together or you come off as a narcissist or just like incredibly masked, where it's like, so that's just the extreme unhealthy balance where, and everybody's been there before, where you're wearing a smile but you're crying on the inside,
Yeah,
or like that kind of thing. Unbalanced is um, ultra masking.
that's very true. Very true. So for someone who's been underestimated their whole life, thought of themselves as unworthy, what is one thing they can do this week to help reclaim their power?
Set a personal boundary with another person or with yourself. Say
Awesome.
no to something that you don't actually want to do.
I love that.
Those little, that's so empowering, honoring your actual wants and needs with yourself and those around you.
It reminds me of what the dragons have said to us, which is like, be unlikable, like embrace your darkness a little bit. Those boundaries are
Yeah.
your friend. Okay, let's see. And what is the simplest way to build personal power without becoming rigid or ego driven?
Affirmations, very, very simple, just to really go within and do affirmations. That honestly, like, verbal affirmations are really good for starting off, building up your own self-esteem and everything. And even if you don't believe it, say it to yourself in the mirror, like, I am strong, I am capable, um, like, I direct my own life, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love myself. You guys will be getting that information on self-love. That is key. And if you don't believe it, just fake it till you make it. Say it to yourself, and then you'll start. The repetition of just speaking it helps break down the barriers that you have built in. And it's kind of like the heart concept. People build like a wall around their heart.
Mhm.
That could also be in the aspect too of your solar plexus. If you're building too much wall and your higher self isn't connecting in, and you just need a lot of like healing and movement in that space.
Mm.
um, you just got to start with the very beginning of saying positive things out loud, even if it's not an affirmation. Just be like, I am love, light. I am, you know, I'm, why am I'm love, light. I'm empathetic. I'm compassionate. I'm strong. I am balanced. Just throw those things until you start really believing it.
Yeah, that's important. I'm big on affirmations. They are what helped me heal a lot of my lower chakra stuff. And I
Just
post a lot of
formulates.
those little meditations as well because I didn't always believe the things that I affirm about myself. And so I had to fake it until I made it.
First step is those speaking those positive affirmations to yourself, and really the rest flows.
That's very true. Thank you.
I'm sure all of you, most of you, can relate to that, to where it's like you just started saying something nice and positive out loud in a environment of lower density things, and it kind of, it's how it starts. Just
That's how it starts.
acknowledging it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, moving on to my most excited part of you. So you're also known as the god of prophecy. And I didn't realize this, that you are the god that was associated with the Oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece.
Yes.
And for those who may not know, or if you've heard me say this before, I'm a past life hypnotist. And one of the first past lives that I was made aware of in myself, or parallel life, was that I was an Oracle of Delphi. And so here I've been like, I don't really know much about Apollo, but apparently we worked together in another life.
Yep.
And so I need to connect with you more on that. But I know that there were many oracles in that temple. Uh, but I wanted to know like why Isis explained a lot about her temple of Isis and what kind of people would go and what would they would seek. So what would you like to say about your temple, the Oracle of Delphi temple, and what kind of people would go and what were they seeking?
So my temple consisted of, more so, of course, oracles and muses. Like I oversaw the muses too of creative arts. But oracles are quite similar to, I don't want to compare them completely to like the priestesses of, the temples.
Got the puzzle piece.
Yep.
Which, by the way, one cool thing, Apollo has Stephanie's eyes open. That's a new thing that Stephanie's been leveling up in her channeling. She can, so like literally Apollo is looking out through Stephanie's eyes right now. So it's just
Yeah.
mind blowing.
So, and that's why it can be a bit, it still takes some adjusting too. So we keep rolling back, because just so you guys know, it's like Steph's in here, but I'm seeing through her eyes. And sometimes when I start to peter off, it's because she's like, what am I looking at?
Yeah,
Like,
she told me that I asked if she can see clearly when you are looking through, and she said it's blurry for her. So
mhm.
like you guys have the clear vision, she gets like blur.
And we're creating kind of like this. So we're figuring out a balance of her channeling. So like sometimes when it seems like she's kind of like slipping a little bit more in, and I'm close my eyes to kind of put her back down.
Yeah,
It's so this is fun.
it is very fun.
And yeah, it's cool. It's a
Cutting edge. This is
It's what you get when you work with me. I make you open your eyes.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're talking about the Oracle of Delphi, and people would come to see the muses, but also the oracles as sort of priestesses.
Yeah, so the oracles uh, are, they embody being pure, open channels to receive the information as clear. So they're very just as disciplined and rigid. So my oracles, you know, very clean, pure vessels. So they literally uh, would embody and channel in a sense when communicating with me. And
Interesting.
so uh, I would like to say that my oracle regime was a little bit more strict on cleanliness compared to the Isis temples. So it's like it's a very like limited diet, uh, purified activated water through ancient techniques, and we've talked about some of the, or we haven't talked about it. Well, plant medicine that
Yeah.
helps.
Well, I had a
Uh,
friend go and visit the Oracle of the Delphi Temple, and like, I went to your old work spot, and I was like, haha.
yeah,
And they
yeah.
said, there were cave vapors, like actual active vents in the mountains that leaked vapors that you're not allowed to get near again. But I joked like, haha, I just need to go over there and like all the memories will flood back.
It's like dip you into that time, place and time.
Feed me those cave vapors again.
Big vapors, yeah, they, those things slap.
And so you were saying that's why you're like also blah. You support plant medicine, especially when using it to connect and channel as well. It helps.
Using it with intention and pure intentions, and yeah, just going in with it. Just like channeling anything else, you get out of those experiences what you put in, what you've got going on inside. So it's a wacky fun mirror.
Yes, it is. And so prophecy is a complicated thing. You know, I've been on the receiving end of psychic readings and all these things. I've received prophecies myself through unexpected alien and God visitors. What would you like to say? Like, what is prophecy? Is it truly a fixed timeline? Is it peering into timelines like Doctor Strange, or is it just pattern recognition?
It's like peering into timelines and pattern recognition. It's more timelines now than it is pattern recognition because it's starting to write anew.
Mm.
But in the whole scope of it, prophecy really is just viewing timelines. Um, and I don't want to get too brain melty, so we'll just keep it at that. But
Okay.
there's
And you were saying like your oracles had to be clean because, as we've seen, there's so many people pulling out prophecies of like terrible flooding, like that. I think of that young boy on here, and it's like how Emily explained it is his own filter of fear and religious dogma kind of filters and skews the
yeah,
information coming through, the timelines he's peering into.
and that's why purity is so
Important.
uh, it just the cleaner channel, the more concise information, and it's also how it's perceived and projected through. So it's you know it's energy, it's the information in its whole form pulled from the quantum and then reflected through this physical, like in this case, this filter, and so it depends on how also the oracle expresses and reiterates it. And so you see how things get really messy through the grapevine, through the word of mouth, through history of humanity. It's,
Very much so. Okay. Um, and so yeah, it's channelers need stronger discernment now more than ever, which is why your lessons are so important if you're trying to get into the Oracle line of work again.
I'm your guy.
Do you think that Oracle work will like sort of make a comeback or be as important in New Earth as it was in ancient times?
In a different manner, because in ancient times it got abused to for wars and political um,
Mm. Leverage and everything. Yeah.
leverage and whatnot, but in more in a healthier, I guess, holistic way of it, to where individuals, oracles won't be held in this mountain and secluded. It's like oracles can be, you know, in a
Suburban
suburban
moms. Yeah.
moms, and it's so it's a little bit of a different context, and the environment and everything is so different now. So that it's like it,
Mhm.
but as new earth anchors in and humanity expands, the oracles that have walked this earth before are walking this earth now and are going to bring through their gifts and knowledge and wisdom when they're ready to.
Very cool. Well, I will definitely be tapping into that past parallel life and working with you more on developing my gifts. I'm very excited.
Pull that, yeah, knowledge through and
Pull it
again.
in. Okay. And that brings us to our closing. And so I wanted to say, Apollo, what is one sentence that you want people to say to themselves when they doubt their power or their gifts?
I am pure positive energy.
I love that. I am pure positive energy.
Pure positive energy. It says you claim it and it's yours.
Okay, claiming it. And what is a daily practice that you recommend to strengthen our solar plexus alignment along with these affirmations?
Um, for the solar plexus alignment, I mean, I encourage to do chakra, all the chakras daily. But when you move to your solar plexus chakra, just especially if it's something that you're working on, just imagine, just visualize how the radiant, like a radiant yellow ball, and imagine it as bright as it could possibly be, like a sun glowing from your abdomen. And just doing that visualization will help kind of break some of the callus, the, we call it like energetic calcium around it, and then kind of help get things moving. So it's just visualization with color and focus. Yeah.
I love that. Simple and easy. No one, everyone should do it. Okay, and then is there a short activation that you'd like to gift us today as well?
Yeah, I think what I want to do is I'll guide the viewers and you through some just breath visualizations, and then I'm gonna give some coding, some just putting numbers into your field
Okay.
to help reprogram some things. So I'm gonna have you put your hands on your solar plexus, which is just right above your belly button and underneath your rib cage. And really just feel into this space and visualize a radiant, warm ball of yellow light warming up and expanding with each inhale. So breathe in and breathe out. And as you're breathe in through your solar plexus chakra. Breathe in and breathe out of your solar plexus chakra. And imagine this ball expanding and getting brighter and brighter. See the sun inside of your rib cage, filling every cell in your body with pure white light. Now I want you to say out loud, I am strong, I am capable.
I am strong, I am capable.
I direct my own life.
I direct my own life.
I am free of limitations and fears.
I am free of limitations and fears.
I am pure positive energy.
I am pure positive energy.
And I'll just read some numbers off. 8, 3, 4, 6, 2, 9, 4, 4, 3, 808, 6, 8, 3, 2, 1. I went into each individual's field and coded their solar plexus area in their field to remove any distortions in their program. Now, what I'm talking about is coding in your field, in this reality, this realm. There's a lot of numbers involved, and so the numbers that I gave are just basically deactivating any coding that is not of your highest and best good that may have arrived into your field at one point in your life but no longer serves you, or if it was malevolent coding that you accidentally wandered into. So I just cleared your space and drink lots of water. And I want to promote breathwork meditations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oof. Yeah, I feel like almost like, yeah, like gaggy and emotional.
You get a little nauseous with solar plexus work too. Your stomach will float.
Yeah, that was powerful. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay. As we are, ending this meeting with you, is there any final message you want to leave us with?
Know that you are supported and loved, and believe in yourself. I believe in you, and I'm here for you. Call on me for your musical needs, for your self willpower, or if you need some cheering up, or if you want to feel just a little bit of a love bomb.
We will all be calling on you for that. Thank you so much, Apollo. You've been an absolute treasure for us.
Thank you, Dale. This has been wonderful. Thank you for putting all of this together.
I'm having a blast, the time of my life.
We all are.
Yes. Okay. Well, I will be posting the replay, and thank you so much, Apollo. This has been a blessing as always, and we will be in touch. We will be connecting with you again on the rods for sure.
Take care.
Bye-bye. With gratitude and love, we're closing this connection. And I'm calling all of Stephanie's consciousness, identity, and personality back into her body. Now it is all integrated back into her body, replacing everything we were speaking with. She's fully integrated and back in. And when I count backwards from 5 to 1, Stephanie's going to wake up feeling wonderful, refreshed, and rejuvenated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back. How do you feel?
I feel good. My solar plexus is like
Yeah, I had trouble speaking. Yeah, I don't know if it's like my braces or the thing, but I'm just like, ugh. I feel there's like stuff. Yeah, that was a strong clearing.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, it was trippy doing this with eyes open. Like, normally I'm like just so yeah, it was like a weird screen. It was like a sheer curtain.
Yeah.
I was like looking through.
So interesting. Almost like I imagine like a shower curtain that's kind of like blurry a little bit, so you can only see like
you can just kind of see it, and I'm like, okay, but like I was like like not there. I was like, it's weird.
It's so interesting.
It's just getting more and more wild. I'm down. Okay.
Yes. You were truly spectacular, Stephanie. This is just amazing.
Oh, and no, thank you. Like, like this is your grand plan, and I'm just like, I'm so down for this. This is so cool.
I love how it came together. I knew when I started doing hypnosis, and then I started realizing something interesting happens when people get very deep into trance. I was like, I just somehow knew in the back of my mind, I'm searching for something, like a person or Yeah. And then boop, life gave me channelers, people like you who go very deep and have this natural gift. And I started realizing we can turn people's mind into a telephone, an interdimensional telephone. How about that?
Like, just hop into my meat suit and talk through me.
Yeah.
It feels it like when he left, he was like he came out and he kissed me on the forehead. He's like, "You did great." I was like,
I love that.
"Thanks," and he was like, "I love you, thank you," and then like kind of stepped away. I was like,
He's
"Okay."
so sweet. I don't know if you have his the statue you ordered. Did it already arrive or no?
No, it's not here. I'll post it with a fig leaf over his.
Believe, yes. He is not bashful at all.
Well, and it was funny because the statue that I ordered, it was when we were in the office hours with Emily playing with rods and going down the list of I should buy something, and then Apollo pops in and he's like, "Yes, you should buy a statue for Apollo." Because I've been kind of like looking at him for a while, but nothing ever. He was like, "Yeah." First thing I pull up is a fully nude Apollo with a lyra at his feet, with Apollo at the bottom, like in big letters. I'm like, okay, that's what
It
we're
like
getting.
it's fully nude, like no bottoms whatsoever.
Fully nude. Fully nude.
Like I said, the third leg AI image, not an accident.
And that guy that was that second shirtless, topless guy with the abs out the road, just
Yeah,
standing there. That's what made it click for me was when he was standing like
same
in the
pose.
same exact pose, just shirtless in the sun with golden locks. I was like, what?
That is too funny. We will definitely be connecting with Apollo, maybe on my future like divination practices, because he's a fun one. I feel like we need to connect more
Apollo's a
with.
blast.
He's a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
he's a total freaking blast.
Okay, well, thank you everyone who joined us today. As always, this was a true blessing for us. I hope it was for you. And yeah, we're going to start prepping for our next Thursday, which is going to be Enki.
Yeah, except next Thursday I'm
Oh,
traveling,
oh,
so
that's right. We're traveling. So that's right. So next weekend will be Emily's Mexico retreat that Stephanie and I will be attending.
I think
And
Inky is
so,
like maybe we can do it in the morning on Saturday or something.
yes, we're going to attempt to do her and I face to face.
Yeah, in
No
person.
more split screen interview where we channel together. We're going to attempt to do that with Enki from Mexico.
Yeah,
So we have some fun plans. We're going to try and do some fun stuff while we're there on site
yeah. It's gonna be grand, and yeah. So, uh, expect Inky's interview from
from
Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah, he wants to be
Yeah.
dramatic. And for
He's gonna look
scheduling
at the
changes and
pictures,
everything, keep
though.
an eye on Stephanie's and my stories and posts. We're gonna come up with a plan and put it out
Yeah,
for you guys.
we'll let you all know.
Yes.
So.
Yes. And are we still doing Tuesday? Are we the Inner Earth one?
This Tuesday,
We'll talk about, but
talk
I know
about
we're
it.
we're trying to plan. We've been doing the Aliens and Inner Earth on Tuesday series, and it's time to switch. We've done a lot of Aliens, and now we're going to switch to Inner Earth for a little bit.
I've had ant people or ant beings come and introduce themselves, and they're gonna be the first ones for the Inner Earth series that we're gonna do,
Yes,
I guess.
Inner Earth series. So we're going to be featuring the ant people, who I think also go by the name the Kudu.
Yeah, so I think so. I'm gonna have to do some research. But the two ant beings that introduced themselves was Zeno and Ichabod.
Zeno and
So
Ichabod. The
yeah.
Kudair, as Rebecca says, the Kudair. Kuduru, the Kudurus. So they're new to me. I had never heard of that, but I've come to learn that almost every creature that we've seen on this planet comes from elsewhere in terms of like genetic material.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to explore that and to get to know more of our non-humanoid friends and galactic brothers and sisters.
Maybe Tuesday we can pull off and do like a little intro with them.
Yeah.
Like just bring them in like and let them talk through me.
Okay.
Because I think yeah, that's just gonna kick off the Inner Earth series. Like get people talking about
Yeah.
Inner Earth.
It feels near and dear to my heart. Inner Earth is like something I feel very, very passionate about. So
There's a reason.
I'm excited.
Reason
Yeah.
why we're moving on to this series. I
Yes.
just It's all divinely guided. So
I'm excited for this. Thank you guys. I got a haircut. Okay, we love you so much. I'll be posting the replay either tonight or tomorrow morning. And yeah, feel free to share with your friends because as usual, TikTok doesn't push these long algorithms. They don't push these long videos. Can you speak on what happens during the Soul Speak sessions? Yes. Okay. If you're interested in a Soul Speak session, apologize for my lisp. Click on the link in my bio that has the calendar to book, and basically an overview of what a Soul Speak is. It's a session with Stephanie and I where I put Stephanie into the trance, and whereas for these interviews we go into the white tent and we call forward who we're talking to. For a Soul Speak session, we call forward the client's higher self, a version of their higher self, because as we're learning, there isn't just one, there's like layers leading all the way up to the version of you that's closest to source. And so the version of you that you, the client, are ready to meet and integrate is the version that you will meet and will come through speaking through Stephanie and talk to you. And so it's a great way for you to get your like deepest, most important questions answered by the version of you that knows why you're here, your soul contract, your lessons that you came to learn, everything. And then also, many times we'll get other guides in the tent as well, galactic guides. We get a lot of Arcturian guides who like to say, like, you know, they're constantly tuning you up when you're not even aware. And so you'll meet your galactic guides, sometimes dragon guides, sometimes angelic guides, as well as the Council of Nine. They're usually there as well. And sometimes they'll come in and talk as well if it's important for you to receive a message from them as well. So yes, as some of our friends in the comments have said, it is truly life-changing. It was kind of like this idea that I had where I had a friend channel forward my higher self at one point, and that conversation changed my life. And I thought, people need to have this. It's a quantum leap experience. You're going to leave that conversation a stronger version of yourself, more in tune with yourself than you've ever been. So not to, you know, toot our own horn, but it is a big deal. And so when you're ready, book it. And yes, I'm still doing divination Sundays. I do plan on doing one this Sunday at 11 a.m. Central. And so yes, I'm doing that too, because that's helping me open up my oracle gifts and get into my intuition and out of my own self-doubt. So I hope you will join me on that as well with your rods or pendulums. Okay, I think that was a promos for all the things we got lined up. Yeah, we're rocking it. We're so excited about doing this. We love this. Yeah, it's so truly fun. This is like truly one of the, we're going to look back at this time in our life and think this is when it all began. This was when it got really exciting.
This ascension babies, look how early we were.
We were so, yes, but it's all coming together. And we love that we're having so much fun while also helping you guys too. Like, it just feels we're all doing this together.
Like working with each of the council members each week, and it's been really helping me with my own personal work in each field and of the chakras and stuff. So it's been, I mean, yeah, such a growth journey all in itself.
For those following us since the beginning, I think you can literally see, Stephanie, just from the obviousness of your eyes being able to be open while channeling, like your skills are like.
I got the message that at the end of like the counts, at the end of all these interviews, and they're like, then it's gonna get real weird. Like we're gonna get into the brain melty stuff.
Ooh, like, okay.
That's what I got was like it's, and not just with the Council of Nine. I think we're gonna dive into some really.
Okay, excellent. I'm excited.
Yee! I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But yeah,
along for the ride.
Once the training wheels are off with this, then it's like. Here's some fun stuff. Even more fun.
I'm excited. We're all here for that. Okay, it says, can you put out each pantheon with a chakra they rule over on a story? Yes, I will attempt to do. I do need to kind of feature the older interviews we've done for our new followers. So maybe I will start doing like a little synopsis on each interview and refeature some of the people.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. We'll just get some highlights and pump them
some
out.
highlights and yeah, pump them out.
Yeah.
I'll work on that. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Please enjoy the rest of your evening and stay warm out there. I know we're expecting like a freeze or something, so cuddle each other close and
Oh.
stoke the solar plexus fire.
They're just they're like, take your shirts off. Shut up.
That's too funny. All right, everyone. I love you. I love me. Let's get out there and make this world the way we want it to be. Bye, guys.